This is one of the coolest apps that I've seen Replit's AI agent make. By the end of the video, you're going to see where Replit's AI really shines and where it's a little bit more challenging to build with right now. We're going to build an AI generation app that turns text prompts into a full website, and we're going to build it using Replit's AI agent. Let's get into this build.
So I'm going to write the description of what I want to make right now. Okay, so I wrote out a more detailed prompt here for the basic idea of the app that I want to build. So I'm going to click Start Building. Replit is going to turn that into a chat interface here. And what it's going to do is create a project plan for us. So it's going to review our instructions, give us a project plan, and then we can decide if we want to accept the plan or make any changes before it actually starts building. So here it says I've created a plan, and we want to build the initial prototype. Now let's see if there's any other features we want to add right now. Implement user accounts, add more customization options, integrate a visual editor, implement SEO. I don't want to worry about that right now. I just want to build the initial prototype. So I'm going to click Approve Plan and Start. So I'm going to pause the video so you can skip all of this setup that Replit is doing, but it's basically setting up everything we need here for our app. All right, so now Replit is asking me for my OpenAI API key. So I'm going to grab that and paste it in here. So I just added my OpenAI secret key, which you can get by creating an OpenAI developer account for free, and then going to your API keys and just generating an API key. So now I'm going to pause the video and let it continue building. Now, actually, no need to pause because it just gave me a checkpoint, and it's asking me if the AI website generated page is visible. I'm going to say, yes, it is visible, and send that message. All right, so now it is saying, please enter this description into the form. Create a simple landing page for a coffee shop called The Daily Grind. Include a header, a brief description of the shop, and a section for featured coffee blends. So I'm going to copy that. And after submitting, we're supposed to check if a new website is generated and accessible via a unique URL. And also verify if the generated website reflects the description. So let's do that. Let's click Generate Website. And we got an error. So this is a lot of right now when I'm using Replit Agent, what it's like. So you're going to test, you're probably going to get an error, and then you're going to let the AI know that you got an error. So I got an error when clicking Generate Website. This is the error message. So I'll send that, and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so I'm going to try again. I will paste in the prompt that it gave me, hit Generate Website, and it is still generating. And let's see what happens here. All right, so we got another error. So let's say this time I first got a message that the website was being generated. Then I'll say which lasted about 1 minute, then got this message. All right, so it says the website was generated successfully, and then it gave me a link to the generated website. So let's try it out, see if it actually works. Okay, cool. So it says, due to character restrictions, I cannot provide a full HTML and CSS implementation. However, I can give you a simple example that you can build on. All right, so kind of gave me a website. If I click About, I don't think anything is going to happen there. All right, interesting. So let's copy this, and let's go back to Replit here. And I'm going to say it did successfully generate, but the website only showed this. How do we make it so the character limit is longer and the site shows CSS and actually looks like a website. So let's see if it's able to do this. So this is an area where we're starting to get into something that's a little bit more complicated. And let's see if the AI is able to solve this. All right, so we're going to try this again. It said that it's going to make those changes. So I think it understood what I was saying. So let's see what happens here. All right, so now let's check out the website. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So it built out a much more built out final website, which is kind of awesome. It's definitely not perfect. It's missing some images, but this is looking pretty good. And I'm actually pretty impressed compared to where we started, which is here. And now we are here, which is a lot better. This is pretty impressive that Replit's AI agent could actually do this. What are the next features that you would want to build in something like this? Now let's say this worked. Would it be possible to add a way to make changes to the generated website without having to have the AI generate the entire website code every time? And let's see what it says to this. All right, so it says it's going to add a feature that's going to allow us to make changes to the generated website without having to regenerate the code each time, which is going to include an editing interface where you can modify specific parts of the website. This, I'm very curious what it's going to build, because that feels like a little bit more of a complicated feature. So let's see what happens. All right, so it says to generate a new website, click Edit Your Generated Website, and then see if we can make changes that are reflected. So I'm curious how it actually will do this. So let's put in that same prompt here and generate a new website. All right, so now I have two links. One is viewing the generated website and one is editing the generated website. So first, let's go ahead and view it. Okay, interesting. So this is what it came up with this time. It even has add to cart, learn more, which the buttons don't do anything right now. But that's what I'm curious about, is I'm wondering if we can go back and let's see when we click edit, what happens here. Okay, interesting. So by editing here, we are seeing the HTML. We're not able to see the CSS. And then we have the title here. So I'm curious, what does it mean with the title? So I'm going to say this seems to work, but a few questions. On the edit page, could you also show the CSS? And I'd like a way to edit the site with AI. When I edit the site with AI, I want only the portion of the code necessary to be updated, so that we don't and inserted into the existing code have to put the entire site code into each prompt and get back the entire site code on each generation. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is give us a way to edit this code using AI. Actually, I want it to be a full AI site generator. But what I also want it to do is ideally not send all of the code every time we want to make a change and get all of the code back. So it's going to take a lot of time. It also costs a lot of money in tokens to do that. So I'm wondering if there is a better way to kind of do that. So what it says is it's going to show the CSS separately on the edit page and also add an AI assisted editing feature. So let's let it build that and see what it comes up with. All right, so it says that it did it, and I'm going to generate a new website, the same one, and generate it, and then go to the edit page. All right, so I generated a new website, and then I went to that website's edit page. So now we have this AI-assisted editing. And then I went ahead and tested. I said I want the whole site on one page, no navigation on top. So this is what it was first generated. There's navigation on top and the brown. So then what did I change it to? I said, please make it the header color green and all on one page. So let's view the new site. And okay, looks like it did not make those changes. So let's go back. And what I'm going to say is the changes made by AI. Well, maybe I have to click Save Changes first. Add a title, new site. Let's see if that makes any difference. No, it does not. So it didn't update. So let's see what happens here. All right, so let's try this one more time. I'm going to say build a basic website for an accounting firm. I'm going to click Generate Site. All right, so we have our website. Let's view it. All right, so it built out a pretty basic accounting firm website here. I mean, very basic, but still pretty cool that it was able to actually build this out. And let's edit it now and see what happens here. So let's say I'd like the color of the header to be green instead of blue. And let's apply the AI change and see what happens here. All right, so it says the AI changes were successful. Let's view the site. And it is still green, but blue. I'm wondering if I need to hit Save Changes. And now I'm getting an error here. And I can even see background color, this hex color instead of this. And let me double check this color. So we can see this hex color actually is green. So the issue here is the Save button isn't working. So we have an issue on the Save button. So let me fix that. I'm going to say the AI edit works, but there's an issue when I try to save the changes. There's an error called message. And let's send that in. And let's see what happens here. All right, so we're going to test this one more time. We'll say, build me a website for an online sock company to generate that site. All right, so now let's first view it. So extremely basic here. And let's edit it now. And why don't I say, make the background blue. And let's try to apply those changes and see what happens. All right, it says the changes were applied. Please save them. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Still getting that error under save. And then if I view site, it's still not working. So there's something happening there. But I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I think that we made a lot of progress building out in really just about 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, an app that allows us to put a prompt in, use AI to generate a website, a really simple website based on that prompt. We can view it, and we're close to finishing this editing feature, so we can actually edit the code that was generated for us. So I think that there's still some more work to be done with Replit Agent before we're at a point where it's going to be able to build out more complicated sites. I think that there's more that we could do to prompt to try and get there. We would kind of basically go back and forth with the AI for like an hour or two more to, try and see if we can build more complicated sites with it, and we can get the editing working, things like that. But I think that this is a pretty cool starting point that it was able to do really very quickly. And there's a lot of little tools that you could build with Replit Agent that use the same functionality to do. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about coding with AI, check the link in the description to go to No Code MBA's Coding with AI course, where you're going to learn how to build fully functional websites and apps using ChatGPT and Replit. So you're going to learn how to build a Chrome extension, a Slack bot, and also a fully designed personal portfolio website. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to get our future content here for free, and I'll see you in the next video.